Hi. Good evening. Please sit down. You need the mic. You need the mic.
Yes, yes,
Really?
yes,
Surely?
yes.
Some of us are old and don't hear well.
Truly?
Mm.
Definitely?
I think I sound terrible with this. I'm just thinking. They're just talks. So I don't like to sit down because I'm fat. So better to stand up and talk. So I'm supposed to be talking about how to release pent-up frustrations and let inner peace flow into you. So I understand you all have a lot of pent-up frustrations. That's why you're here. And you need inner peace. Oh, you've changed your hairstyle. So, good evening again. Right? And so, before I want to start to talk about this, I want you to now close your eyes and think about the situation in your childhood that you were most upset about and that you cannot let go. I want you to bring yourself back to the scene where you are so bound up by it. Thank you. Now open your eyes. Bring yourself back to where you are now. How did you feel then? How did you feel then?
Sad.
Sad. What else?
Helpless.
Helpless. What else?
Scared.
What else?
Angry.
Suffocated.
Alone.
Alone. Okay. Close your eyes again. Bring yourself back to another scene where you really suffered as a child. That made you really feel lost and upset and angry. Thank you. Open your eyes. Now realize this. Now all your face change. In an instant, you made yourself go back to depressive state. In an instant, you are here now. In an instant, you went to another scene. Yet in an instant, you are here now. Right now, where you are you still feeling those feelings then? Are you still feeling those feelings then? Are you? No. You're not answering. Okay. You're not answering because you are. I can see that you are still disturbed by what happened to you when you were a child. We have to understand that we have already evolved and grown up. And if you have not, then your body has grown old, but you have not grown up. I have many Tibetan friends, and every time they see me and they say, oh, Rinpoche, this life you're Chinese, just because you're Chinese, then we can talk and everything, but you belong to us, and this and that. They start telling me everything. After I listen to all their sob story, then I tell them, say, look, come on, where are you now? So I have Tibetan friends who are definitely suffering because I can see from their face. I have some of you, who don't have those kind of suffering of war or things like that. But you are suffering. Your suffering is the suffering of mind, not suffering of losing your country, not the suffering of lack of food, not suffering of death, but because of your mind. So, I want you to understand now, we need to all understand now that we can revisit the past, but we can never change it. Similarly, right now, you have the power which you did not have in the past. You have the power of, some of you, are you born here?
No.
From India?
India.
You're from Tibet or from India?
Tibet.
Tibet. You from Tibet? India. Yeah. Some of you from China. Okay? So, so since we have this is interesting because so many different type of cultures, but this pain and suffering is the same. Okay? Did I go through suffering when I was young? Yes. I went through suffering when I was young too. When did I snap out of it? When I decided that I am now empowered. You are now empowered. You have grown up and grown old. You have your own money now. You have your own freedom now. You have your own rights now. You have your own religion, your own spiritual practice. Maybe your aggressors or your parents or your whoever that made the difficult situation, maybe long day. So, you have the power to now decide how do you want to make your own life and the people who are living with you be. I have seen so many cases of people because they suffered this. Okay, a good example. Good example. I have a student in Singapore. One case. He was the youngest son of very old parents. So when he was born, his father was probably almost 60. Right? And that's when his father brought him out, or went to pick him up from school, they say grandfather. Okay? And so he grew up wanting to play with his father, but his father was too tired after work and everything. So he didn't have that opportunity to play with his father and always wanted a man's attention. And so now he says, and then he says, for that the reason I became gay. So I spoke to him, I said, your sexuality has got nothing to do with your father. Don't blame your father. Okay? Because you now have your right. Right? I told him, you have your right as an adult, but you need to stop blaming your father. Just be. Just be. Another case. Child grew up with mother not by his side. And so child stays with grandparents. Okay, and so always when meet the mother, mother always beat and always scold and everything. And so he always feels so insecure. So always loves the grandmother. If not, then the grow up, and so his anchoring is with grandmother. Very similar to my case. My anchor was my grandmother. And later on, then anchor is wife. Then maybe later in life, anchor is somebody else. What we really need is to anchor in our own life. We really need to anchor our own, heart and soul. Now, may I ask, what is the purpose for wearing clothes? Warmth. That is the most important thing, right? What else?
Protection. Protection. Protection if you fall or get hurt.
Protection?
Yeah.
Protection. Okay, what else?
Modesty.
Modesty. Right. Fashion. What else? Custom. Okay. And so, all these are whose answer? Is this a society's answer or a reality answer? Society answer. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the subject about wearing clothes. Why are we wearing fashionable or branded clothes? Why are we wearing colorful clothes? Why do some people choose, wow, beautiful, branded, colorful clothes and everything? And some people wear from top to toe, everything branded, but look like a clown. Some people wear from top to toe, fake brand, imitation of the real stuff. Because they cannot afford the real stuff, they wear the imitation of the real stuff. What does it really mean? Why am I talking to you about this? Because in our practice, in your life, you must understand this point. I'm only borrowing the subject of wearing clothes. Right? So, people who like to wear black, who choose to wear black, like to appear cool and mysterious. So cool and so mysterious, they don't even know what is it about themselves that's so cool and mysterious about.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't know anything, and therefore the best thing to do is wear black. Now, the next thing, people wearing fancy, colorful clothes, branded clothes, like peacock. Okay? I hope they look like peacock and not look like clown. Right? So, usually, what do young people wear in teenage years? Jeans and?
Pants with holes.
Pants with holes. Yes.
Oh no.
Polo. Right. Okay. So people in the teenage years, they dress to attract attention, right? Right? What does it mean to be attracting attention?
Not enough.
Not enough. Not enough attention and
Insecurity.
Insecurity. And most important is what? What? Some more.
Mating.
Hmm?
Mating.
Mating. What else?
Ego,
Hmm? Ego. Some more.
low self-esteem,
Low self-esteem. What else?
Peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Sometimes shock value.
Shock value.
Give us a hint. What are you looking for?
Huh?
Give us a hint.
No, I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Why should I be giving you hints? Come on, come on.
Starts with.
It starts with.
Rhymes with.
Rhymes with. Okay. So, most important reason is they do not know themselves. People are attracting attention so as to be borrowing ideas, copying ideas. What I like about you, what I like about you, or you, or you. This is what happened to all of us, isn't it? Teenage years, we were lost. And then we went out to look for different kinds of people, and different kinds of friends, and different kinds of teachers, to mix around and talk nonsense and have a hell of a time or heaven of a time. And then suddenly we decided that this is me, right? And once you decided that this is going to be me, you stop evolving. Once you stop evolving, you stop wearing colorful clothes. Because you decided, that's me. Right? Think about it, reflect. Now bring yourself back to that time. Right? Now who are the overgrown babies? Who are the overgrown babies? The overgrown babies are those when they become 30s, 40s, 50s, they still need to continually attract attention. The rich ones attract by clothing. Others attract by funny antics. Funny, or sorry, not so funny antics. Some irritating event. Isn't it? Right? I'm irritating. I love to irritate my students. Yeah, my students get irritated by me all the time. I say, I don't know anything. And they give me this look. Most of the time, they ignore me. So I'm worth ignoring. But it's true, I don't know anything. Because anything that I know is from all of you. What does it mean when I say I don't know anything? That means I'm observing you. Oh gosh, I let that cat out of bed. Right? I'm observing you. And why am I observing you? I'm observing you to see what I can pick up from you, learn from you, or what I can awaken you. I'm not here to teach you Buddhism, nor am I here to teach you Dharma. My purpose here is to give you a flame and put it inside you. You've got to keep it alive yourself. Right? You've got to trim the wick. You've got to add the oil, if it's an oil lamp. Or you've got to keep on putting a new candle. Right? So, the important thing right now is releasing the pent-up frustrations. Now you know you are suffering because of your past. And most of us, because maybe we were very suspicious people because of how things happened to us in the past. Right? And so, we become very suspicious of everything. I give you one very good example. Another example. I have another student. When she was young, really liked to dress up and attract men's attention. And she told me she told me she was looking for friends. And ended up she got raped. Then she got raped. And then her character changed, personality changed. So I told her, whatever happened, already happened. What to do? Most important is, right now, you got to feel good about yourself again. Everything cannot be perfect. Everything is a journey. Okay? Look at, sorry to say, Donald Trump. Was his life perfect for him since young? Would you think that his life would be perfect for him if he had all the money in the world? Everything he wanted? Or maybe somebody else. I can name many people I know whose parents had all the money in the world for them, but just didn't have any time or attention for them. And they grew up really, really screwed. Yeah, until they met me, I unscrewed them. Yeah. After I unscrewed them, I screwed them tighter. Because after I unscrewed them, I realized they were loose. So I had to put super glue and tighten the screw somehow. Right? Yeah. So, and they asked me, why did you do this to me? I told them, well, if I didn't never unscrew you, you'll never know that you were such a loose guy. You were so loose up there. So they decided that, they became disciplined after that. They decided to follow a path of discipline. Why do we need discipline? Why? Because we have not understood something very important yet. We have not understood how to overcome a toy. Okay? We are very much like a toy. You know, your human body is a toy. You can have fun with it. You dress it, you comb, you change the hairstyle, you give it different kinds of food, you let it eat enjoy different kind of taste, wear different colored clothes, knit your own different kinds of clothing. It's like dressing up what we call a Barbie doll and all these things, isn't it? You have fun with this body, but you could not control one thing. Huh? What if you now have a toy robot, can do everything for you, but would not listen to you? Scary? If you have a toy robot, when it likes, it does everything what you want. Okay? When it suddenly decides it don't like, suddenly threatens to shoot you with laser. Huh? Or come next to your bed and start singing, playing music. Okay? How? What would you do? Would you like this robot? Would you keep this robot? No, right? Similarly, right now, you have this robot. Now, you have to understand your body is that robot. That's why you do not like yourself. Most people don't like themselves, and they start blaming everybody else for it. We need to, for example, fat people like to blame everybody else, all kinds of food because they're so delicious and this and that. blame everything except their lack of control of putting it in their mouth. Right? Yeah. Smokers have all kinds of reasons to blame everything else. Drinkers also have all kinds. Gamblers also have all kinds of their own explanations. So, what is it that is about us? Our body is this transformer robot. It can transform as and when you like it to be. Change hair. Well, now you can put tattoo and anything. You want to gain weight, lose weight. Right? How do we connect with one another and reconnect with ourselves? How do we let go of the past? Is that we must realize that we must agree, first of all, that we are a consciousness. We are a consciousness. Now, can I use my consciousness to affect your consciousness? Can I? Can a human being use his or her consciousness to affect your consciousness? Can?
Yes.
Possible? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You say can. I'm just asking.
Yes.
But reality is two types. One by way of teaching. The other by way of feeling. Most popular way of feeling is watching a very good movie. When you watch a movie, you are going through the emotions or going through what you see in the movie as what the director wants you to see. Right? That's why news, this channel reports it in this viewpoint and that channel reports it in that viewpoint. Right? Right? When I'm in China, when I watch TV, they report it the way they want it to report it. When I'm back in my country, they too report it the way that they want it to report it. So we say propaganda. Which country does not have? Even amongst human beings, there's propaganda. So the purpose of me here is to burst all our propaganda. To burst your own propaganda upon yourself. That propaganda, that belief is the belief that you are your body. Your identity is your body. This is so ridiculous. If we realize every fish in the ocean believes that it is, he or she or it is that fish. Right? Every human believes that he or she or it is real. Are you real? Are you real? Can you answer me? Are you real? How real can you be? Can you imagine? Well, okay, like myself, my own personal feeling is when I play with a little child. I feel like a little child. And how do you play with a little child? Intellectually? Or feelingly? With love, with feeling. Do you understand? And do you feel better after you play with a little child? Do you? Why? The reason is you suddenly let go of the intellectual part of your brain. And both sides of your brain starts to work. Becomes feeling connection, not an intellectual connection. Because the intellectual connection would say it's ridiculous, this is a water bottle, it's not a milk bottle. It's water inside, it's not chocolate milk. But if you play with a child, you can pretend, oh, this is a milk bottle, it's got chocolate milk in it. Like I play with children, I always say, oh, you want chocolate milk? Yeah, this chocolate milk flavored with chili. And the kids go, yeah, I like to do crazy things with kids. This chocolate milk, very nice. What brand do you like? And they say all kinds of funny brands. I said, yeah, mine's special. It's got chili inside. And the kids go, chili? Chocolate milk with chili? Say yes. Have you tried? Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? But when you play with a kid, when you play with a young child, it becomes so engaging because our whole brain, our whole entity becomes involved. But the moment we recognize that this is an adult, and this person is supposed to be this, supposed to be that, then lines are drawn very clear. You are this, I'm that, this is this, that is that. And that is what suffering is all made up of. So you have a lot of frustrations, and there are so many methods. So many people say, "Oh, visualize everything, put in a bubble, all this and that." So new agey. My truthful experiential experience to you is, if you don't like to pull the string and don't like to let go, like you don't like to fly a kite, let go of the kite. Put it down. So if you don't like to have frustrations, put it down. What is the root of such frustrations? It is because you believe that you are human. And if you continue to believe that you are human, how divine and connected can you be? That's it. How divine and connected can you be? It's like there are 10, 20 lights, candles, and everybody has an identity. Some put a Chinese lantern, some put an Irish lamp, some put this condensed milk tin, some put a roll of paper around it, and everybody starts to identify it. This is this, that is that, write your own name and this. How can all the lights? It becomes very colorful, becomes many, many things, but it becomes meaningless in the end. Because something that was originally meant to give light has now become polluted with mind-created things. Does your mind, my mind, or some people believe that everything is created by God? Some people believe due to the grace of God. Some people believe that it is because of some higher power, or some believe there's some UFO. Yeah, this blew my mind. I had a friend who believed in UFO. So I said that. He says, I'm an adult. I have my right to believe, right? My God is UFO. My God, it's UFO. That's what I said. My God, it's UFO. And when he said, my God is UFO, and I said, my God, it's UFO, and we both had a good laugh. Right? So, what is it that we are so crazy about? Okay? Now, because we believe that we are ourselves, and we don't believe And we believe that everything has to be so material. And thus we believe that material things can give us a lot of enjoyment and alleviate our sufferings, right? Right? Yeah. So therefore, let me share with you something. Some people believe in love. Most people fall in love. They fell down, fall. Right? Because of love, they fell into the love trap. Yeah, it's not love anymore, it's ego trap. I possess you, you possess me. You're mine. Even same, even if it's not lover, not husband, wife, some people say, you're my guru, you're my student, you cannot go here, you cannot go there. Oh, yeah. And some people will say this kind. Okay? So, most people cannot make up their minds because their mind is, they say, my mind is weak. Make up your mind to be free. That is the most important. To be free, to be liberated. Not follow some this and follow some that, follow this tradition, that tradition, this spiritual path, that spiritual path. All traditions, I'm talking about myself, spiritual tradition of Vajrayana Buddhism. All traditions, to me, right, are the same. That's saying it, putting it in a politically correct way. Right? If not, then I would say everything is man-made. Human makes something to pray to, and then after that they pray, and then after that they tell other people what they believe in it. After that they pray, and then they make people come pray together, and then they feel good about themselves. That becomes ego. A real yogi does not need statues or temples because he arises as the deity himself. Now what does the deity mean? It means the awakened you. That is the beyond you. When you can be beyond yourself and stop anchoring yourself, your goodness on grandmother, grandfather, brother, sister, husband, wife, children. There are some people, because life was difficult because parents are already gone and husband or wife don't love them, therefore they think the husband or wife don't love them or don't love them the way they want to be loved. Right? And then anchor everything to the children and impose all their personal beliefs onto the kid. And the child will grow up frustrated like you. Right? Did your parents or your loved one impose all his or her beliefs upon you? Right? So I'm here to break you up. So I'm not expecting you to love me. Most of you would find me horrendous. Right? I'm here to tell you, okay, this is the key. I put the key into your keyhole and I turn it halfway, and when you realize you can be open, I let go and I walk off. Yeah, that's it. That's what I do. I don't want to open it for you, nor do I want to say that it cannot be open. I'm just here to turn it halfway and then, okay, the rest is up to you. And it's there and it's not there, and you want to turn and you don't want to turn. That's my job. That's my job. Because I cannot be guiding you by holding your hand. But I'm here to walk with you. My purpose here is to walk with you, to let you realize your weakness, to to let you fulfill your strength if you want to continue to believe you are a human being. Okay? I'm here to let you realize that we are all divine. This is something very important. So all the colored lamps, okay? Remove the cover, lamp shades. Make them all expose the light and let them all shine together. Okay, so no matter what is your race, what is your belief, what is your religion, what is whatever, we can take care of each other. We can. Most of you survive and survive very well. Still alive. Still good. So these things I can learn from you. Right? There's nothing very much you can learn from me. Chinese saying, you eat salt more than I eat rice. In terms of experience, right? You eat salt more than I eat rice. Or you eat salt more than I eat bread. Okay? So, experience is one thing. Really, we have to think about this. Do you still need to learn? Or do you have to start awakening? Start awakening yourself. Awaken yourself. Start to awaken yourself. Sorry, my English is poor. Verbs and everything all mixed up. Huh? When you can agree to awaken, then you can start to awaken yourself. Of course, it's always very comforting to believe that there's a God there to provide for you. God makes decisions for you. God did this, God did that, or a creator. In Buddhism, you are your ultimate creator. Right? Buddhism has no God. Buddha was not human. And Buddha was not God. Right? And so, Buddha came to tell the truth. That's all. Came to tell us the truth. And how are we going to handle and digest this truth? So this is very important. So how to flow, let happiness flow into us? Number one, don't chase after it. Have you had a bad day before? Yeah? Where nothing seemed to go right? Yeah? On that bad day, did anything taste good? Did anything taste good? No. Right? So, do you realize it now? Actually, it's got nothing to do with the food tasting good or not. It's up to our mind. So, if you have a good mood that day, even it's rainy or snowstorm, it's a beautiful day. You can make snowball, make everything, right? But if your mood is bad, even nice sunny day, everything is wrong. Right? So, the main thing about letting happiness or inner peace flow is just this. Sit down and sitting down. Sit down and sitting down. Know that we are sitting down. Okay? The reason is we are so used to everything so fast. We are so used to everything so fast, too fast, so used to watching television program. Now we've got mobile, iPads, all kinds of electronic pads. We're so used to everything moving so fast, we have forgotten how to take 3 steps back. Pause and take 3 steps back and just to sit down. Okay? You can only sit down and enjoy sitting down only after you shout till you drop. Right? Then you realize you have bones. Then you realize you have muscles. Then you realize you have this and that. Other than that, then you have no realization of anything. Okay? So this is very samsaric, we say, very human. When we have it, we don't treasure it. Or when we are about to lose it, then we start grabbing. Grabbing is the correct word. Grasping, grabbing. So if we want to have inner peace, we just need to decide that we want to start being aware of where we are now. Where we are. If we don't know where we are physically, spiritually, you cannot decide where to go. And you will not be able to decide what to do. So if you cannot decide that it's time for a haircut, if you do not know that you have hair, and if your mind did not accept that you have messy hair, you will not decide to go for a haircut. Right? Go for a hairdo, or go and color your hair. Like me, I always wanted to dye my hair. And I said, I want to cut my hair. And then everybody says no. Everybody says no. Why? Because it's just not you. If you don't have this long hair, it's not you. It's not you anymore. So what's it about me? Huh? What's it about me? So, we should really see the world like we are watching movie. Okay, and you are in this movie of your lifetime. Everything is not just an illusion. You are really in actuality in a dream. When you are asleep, can you make decisions in your dream? Can you make decisions in your dream?
A little bit.
Hmm?
A little bit.
A little bit. What else? Can you? Do you realize that you are dreaming?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yes. Yeah. Sometimes we realize we are dreaming. Most of the time, we are not. Similarly, when you are awake, you realize that was a dream. And when you are awake somewhere else, you realize this is a dream. This is a big illusion. This is a big dream. Okay? And who awoke from this dream? Buddha. That's why Buddha means awakened. Awakened one. He doesn't even have a labeled name or designated name. Every single thing here exists by mere designation. Right? Every single product on your body exists by mere designation. Right? Right? Think about your shampoo. Does it exist really as a shampoo? Can it be used to wash your bowls and your dishes? Can? Yeah. You know what I use to wash my face? Dishwashing liquid. It's true. You ask all my students in Singapore, they see me using dishwashing liquid to wash my face. I even use dishwashing liquid to wash my hair.
What kind of dishwasher?
Any kind. The dishwashing liquid that wash your dishes can use to wash your hair, wash my face, and wash my toes. You see, everything to me exists by mere designation. Right? Because we want to create something out of nothing, we create the same thing and label it differently, and you believe it. Right? Maybe let's say some joker like me comes and says, "Oh, now this water has the power to make all your dreams come true." Yeah? And then I'm going to say something, "Oh, because of it. Oh, because of it." And then blah, 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 blah. And I say, and then you go, "Oh, yeah, this one I always wanted." So, charlatan or reality? Nobody knows. Right? Nobody knows. Why don't we know? Because you are all enslaved, all of us, including myself, enslaved by ignorance. You understand? All of us are enslaved by ignorance. You say you want to be, China says they are liberation army. America says they are what? America says this.
Superpower, they say.
Superpower and freedom fighters. To me, actually they're all the same. What are we all? We all want freedom, right? Because why do you want liberation? Because you want freedom, isn't it? Why are we fighting so much in our teenage years? Because our parents are not giving us freedom. That's it. That's why the more parents tighten their grip on children, the more screwed the kids grow up to be. You just need to lay some protective guidelines. In case you get hurt, these things won't help you. But if you want to get hurt, go on. That's what I tell children. Touch the hot kettle. It's nice. The medicine is there when the pain comes. It's true, that's what I do. This is what I do. Because if I tell you, say, don't touch the hot kettle, the last few words, touch the hot kettle. I'm screwed, you know. Yeah, I'm screwed myself. So that's what I do. Don't, hi kids, don't. Please, this is this here. It's hot. The medicine is here. Touch it, and when it's painful, put the medicine. Nobody goes to touch it. Nobody, not a single kid. They talk amongst themselves, and nobody goes to touch this. Another one. Don't touch this, okay? This one, cannot touch, because this thing is blah 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 blah, BBB, CCC, BBB. Don't touch, okay? Cannot, The moment I turn around, I mean, you will do the same too, right?
Yeah.
If I tell you, it's not for you. Yeah, this is not for you. Don't touch it. You will expose the deepest things inside all of you. Don't touch it. Don't. Stop it. Stop thinking about it.
I would be the first one.
Okay? And then I walk off. Everybody fighting to touch that, right? Everybody wants to open it up and see, right? Yeah, so For me, this is what I do. For you, this is what you should do to yourself. Right? If somebody wants to smoke, smoke some more. Each time smoke 10 cigarettes. You know? In the past, I had my students, they love to go clubbing. And then I was saying, you know, it's sad, it's meaningless. You guys go clubbing, you don't, and you forget about me. It's meaningless. Maybe I should stop teaching. And then suddenly, you know what they did? They gathered as a group and invited me to go clubbing. It was so nice, it was unbelievable. Friday night, wow, colorful lights, and people were singing and dancing and drinking, and they were all laughing, and I was sitting there happily drinking and laughing with them. They said, wow, Rinpoche is cool, yeah. And then I said, so nice, right? 4 a.m. that night. Let's do it again. And they said, wow, Rinpoche is havoc. I said, how do you pronounce that? H-A-V-O-C.
Havoc.
Havoc. I don't know, havoc. I say havoc. Singaporean, Singlish, havoc. Havoc! Yeah. And then again, Saturday night, 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. Yeah, I was with them. And they were singing and drinking and dancing and very happy. And then 4 a.m. I said, tonight, Sunday night again! And they said, okay. Because they have to work on Monday, right? And then for the consecutive third night we went. They forgot I don't need to sleep sometimes. Unfortunate for me, there was such a terrible burnout. From then till now, they didn't go, and I also never had a chance to go ever again. Yeah, it just died. The clubbing culture amongst my students just died. I don't know why. Somehow it's not fun anymore. Yeah. You know, I just encourage them. You like? Go! I just encourage them. I didn't say, don't go clubbing, it's not good for you, it's not good for them. Don't waste money in it. I say, go, bring me along. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, then I think 10 over years now. 10 years, yeah? 10 years? I don't know. Sherry, Dennis, 10 years? You didn't go. Right. Ethan, 10 years? About 10 years, yeah? Suddenly, everybody is such an angel. Yeah. So you see, yeah, so
Now they just don't tell you when.
now
They just don't tell you when.
they just don't tell me is one thing. I know they don't even dare.
We'll have to take
Because somehow we are very connected. The moment they want to, the moment they are thinking about something, and I go up to them and I say, "Don't forget to bring me along." Yeah. So, you know, if you guys want to have fun, please remember me.
Yes, Rinpoche, Saturday night clubbing.
Saturday night clubbing?
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see about that. We'll see about that, okay? Yeah. So, how to be happy? Just be. You just need to allow yourself to be happy. We have been so conditioned that you are not allowed to be happy. Okay? But let me warn you, happiness is a trap. Happiness does not equate to inner peace. Happiness is the direct opposite of anger, ignorance, suffering. Swinging from one extreme to the other extreme. That's why Some people are always in depression because they are always in search of happiness, but then since they cannot decide what happiness is, that's why some people marry and divorce, and marry and divorce, and marry and divorce, or stop marrying and they start changing partners and changing partners and changing partners. They start anchoring their happiness upon other people. That's one of the most unfortunate things that can happen. But we still do it. Oh, I tiger you. Why do I say I tiger? Because this, I just want to share this with you just for fun. Okay? Chinese, I love you in the Cantonese dialect. When I was young, I belonged to the Cantonese dialect group. When I was young, it was very funny because I was looking at the almanac, a Chinese almanac, and it was teaching Chinese on the almanac. Love, bottom, love fu. Love fu. Okay? They cannot speak English. Love is love fu. Means tiger. Lo fu. I lo fu you. I tiger you. So that left a very deep imprint in my mind. I was
I love you.
I lo fu you means I tiger you. Alright? So I love you or I want to eat you up. Right? And so that left such a deep imprint in my mind that love is about eating each other up. Because I love you, I possess you, and you are mine. Now, then that's unfortunate. Right? So, how should love be? What is inner peace? Is when your love, from small love to great love, and can more people put their effort together to build a big hot air balloon. And then they can go into hot air balloon and they start rising together. And they can see more together in all directions. Unobscured vision in all directions. Then one is able to make much better informed choices. Because, so we see now, Western culture, Asian culture, I tell you one very ridiculous thing some Tibetan people say, okay? Some Tibetan people say, oh, you white people, Buddhism is not for you. Buddhism is only for us because we are Tibetan. Yeah, you white people, we have Buddhism is not for you. Oh, Tibetan Buddhism is our right, human right. I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard because to me it was a ridiculous joke. And that person got offended. Why are you laughing? You are Rinpoche. You shouldn't be laughing. And I laughed even louder. Yeah. Because to me it's an ignorant joke. Right? It's like telling me, it's like telling me that you're not eating rice, you're eating grubs. It's just something stupid to me. Okay? So, right? So, most of us grew up having no identity of anything, right? We don't even know that we are white or yellow or brown or black or blue or purple or pink or green. Right? We don't know. Who gave us that idea? Who gave us that idea? Parents? What else?
Other people.
Society.
Society.
Wrong. You know who gave you that idea?
Ourselves.
Huh?
Tell it yourself.
TV is yourselves. You chose to absorb whatever people told you. Come on, stop blaming the TV. Stop it. Right? You chose to absorb and you decided what you wanted. Like I'm choosing, what somebody taught me how to say. Stop it. And then open the eyes big. Sorry, I have to practice in front of the mirror. Right?
Never get it right.
I'm never gonna get it right. Oh, you mean you're the one that taught me that? Yeah. Right? So we were ultimately the one that decided who we wanted to be. Not society. Society was the condition. But you decided who you want to be. Like me, myself, I was born in a very Taoist family, right? Not even Buddhism. Right? And then the practices were out of this world for me. Then I was just thinking this is a culture, and I was told that when I asked why, they said that's the way it's supposed to be. Why? Don't ask so much. Why? Because in the past people did it like this, last time like that, now like that, next time also going to be like that. So stop asking why. Then I got slapped. That was how it felt like to me. A slap and then there was echo. Then there was very pain. Then don't ask father, ask mother. Why? Then mother gave even more out of this world answer. But the reality was everybody, including my great-grandmother and my grandmother, gave me such unbelievable answers because that was their reality. That was something that what they accepted, but not me. That's why I kept on asking why. You see? And so, right now, you are here to listen because you have a lot of why. What's the time now?
It's 8:20.
It's 8:20. Yeah, I'm supposed to not talk so loud.
Questions?
Okay, questions then.
Where to, Paul? Paul?
Where's Singapore?
Where's Singapore? This is Singapore in America, you know.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Yeah,
This is Singapore in America. Do you know there is a village or a small county called Singapore? In your country?
No.
Oh gosh, you didn't know it's your country and you didn't know. I think it's now high time that you must go and find out the county of Singapore, the United States of America. Okay? Yeah. You know why I can talk like that? Because when I was spending many months in India, and then I spoke normal English to them, but they gave me very ridiculous answers. Okay? I asked them, how long does it take from here to the hotel? And they were telling me that the garden is very beautiful, and the mangoes are in season, and you can go buy this. So after staying for quite a few months in India and doing frustrations and mixing around the Indians, I can do this now. Okay? Okay. Can? Cannot? Cannot. So what's can? Like this. What's cannot? Like this. Yes? Like this. No? Like this. Yeah. So I have many Indian friends because I'm like them. Yeah. I have no identity. Yeah. I've yet to figure out Americans. Yeah. It's difficult to figure you guys out. Yeah.
So, why is the human condition the way you described it? What is the reason behind it? Why are we born and we have all these things that we have to get awakened? What is the reason for? I mean, the philosophical reason for you said ignorance in Sanskrit is avidya.
Why?
Yeah.
Because people intellectualize too much. If I just came and hold your hand and talk to you now, and I feel you, versus not thinking and thinking, why are you holding my hand? What are we talking about? What's going to happen? You see, most people start thinking like this. So we just have to start connecting heart to heart, soul to soul. So why? Because people just intellectualize too much. So many professors in this world, so many intellectuals, so many doctors, so many professors, so many teachers, how many awakened?
Yeah, I want to learn from your personal point of view, what's the difference, what's the fundamental difference between Taoism and Buddhism? I don't, any answer is correct, I don't know anything.
There are different levels of Taoism. The Taoism that you know, that the West knows, generally is the philosophy of Lao Tzu, right? And so the philosophy of Lao Tzu is deeply philosophical, and then you have to awaken to feel it. You know, it's like you want to go to a dance floor, you gotta go there. You can feel the. Okay? That's it. Okay? You want to awaken to the philosophy of Lao Tzu, Taoism, you've got to release yourself and feel the message behind the words rather than the beautiful poetry that he's saying. In southern China, central and southern China, there's another form of Taoism. Now, what is the meaning of Taoism? Means the path, the way of the path, which equates to any religion or anything is Taoism. You understand? Yeah, that's what it really means. The name Tao means the path. Anything that you are carrying on. So, Shinto is also Taoism. Okay? Christianity is also Taoism. Hinduism is also Taoism. Because that's the name, Tao, the path. The path to awakening. So Buddhism is also Taoism in that fact. So, but in the central southern China Taoism, then there is this entity called, which is very similar to Hinduism, there is the entity of Indra, Brahma, creator God, and so who is the king of heaven and this and that. And so therefore, roughly, broadly speaking, Taoist deities, or you call Taoist deities here, are like civil servants. You have any job, you need something, you pray to this God, you know, something, you pray to that God. And so very similar to Greek culture, ancient culture. So those gods have a job, they're civil servants. Right? Buddhism, on the other hand, they're just free. They can do anything, and they're already free. And so they're here to tell you, why pray when you can do it yourself? You don't even have. So people ask me, MJ, what puja need to do to have success? I say, hard work puja. Self-confidence puja. Huh? Right? What prayer I need to do? I say, open your heart prayer. Okay? Stop thinking that you need to do this and need to do that to get this and get that. Then the purpose of the knife is to cut things. Alright? But if you use it, but can you use the knife to spread cream on a cake? You can, right? So, but it's a little bit ridiculous, right? To use a knife to cream a cake, right? To me, it's ridiculous. You sharpen a knife so sharp and then use to cream a cake. Or make a knife so sharp and then use to, what, I don't know, some ridiculous things. You understand? So, purpose of doing Dharma practice is to awaken. Make your eyes beyond your eyes. So no point having big eyes if they see faults. No point having small eyes to pretend that you're not seeing. I have one student, she's got small eyes. Okay, small eyes like this. And the thing is, they always look like they are dreamy, but she is the most observant one. Yeah, small eyes, but observing, seeing everything. The big eyes see all the funny things. So, purpose of Buddhism, purpose of us doing practice is to see beyond your physical eyes. See with your heart and see with your soul. Why do I want to say see with your soul? Because your heart is still a human heart. Drop your humanity. Drop it. Okay? When you can drop humanity, you have no more selfishness. You have no more desire. No more lust, no more anger, no more jealousy, no more gossips, no more he said that and she said that and what happened. Just drop it and be space.
Do you think you have dropped humanity?
Me? I don't exist, so I don't need to think.
I had a question, it's kind of not on the topic, but I was wondering what happens after the 49-day transition in the 9 months of pregnancy? Because as I understand it, once the 49 days are up, the entity is decided where it's going to go, or where it's going to be, and then, so I wasn't sure, like, once that part is finalized, there's like 9 months of pregnancy, so what happens after the decision's been made, for lack of a better way to put it? I'm just curious about that.
The reality is, for most people or most blokes, they have no choice. This is called the wind of karma. That's why have you ever had this time in your life when you're a child and you question yourself and look in the mirror, why am I here? Why do I have this face? Why am I like that? Did you? Hello? Have you ever suddenly awakened? How come my face is like that?
Yeah, I think I experienced that.
Right? And if it ever has ever happened to you, you're most probably born from not because of your choice. The new age people like to say that, oh, you decide and you come back to again as a human being and this and that. Reality is, after we die, within 49 days, we take uncontrolled rebirth. Very much like sliding on a roller coaster. How do we know that we are still not out from uncontrolled rebirth? How do we know? We must have a sign before we die. What is that sign? Okay? That is if our emotions still go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. We cannot control our emotions. Sometimes we feel sad for no reason, or we found a reason that would make us sad or upset, and then we are jealous, and then we are angry, and then we are this, and then we are that, and then we just go up and down and up and down and up. That is the meaning of sentient being, sentimental beings. A person who has awakened for the benefit for all beings chooses to come back again after he or she has got awakening. Then can choose next life father, mother. Can choose next life where to be born and stuff like that. Ordinarily, reality is we cannot. Ordinarily, we cannot. Why can't we? Because we intellectualize, because we are over observant, because we have always believed that we exist truly. Like, I've seen people die of heart attack while watching television because they got very upset with the role that this person is playing. Oh, this person. In fact, my grandmother was upset with watching Taiwanese drama serial, and they said, "Oh, this is such a bad person, and this person." I come home, and I see my grandmother. Hey, how's your day? You know, let me tell you, this person was 2 hours. I sit there, give her tea, give her cookie, and everything. Then I say, "It's just TV program, you know. It's just a box. Switch it off. You don't like? Switch it off. Change channel." Right? So the same thing is our mind. If our mind don't like, cannot accept this and that, understand why, and for now, switch it off. Switch off. Change channel. We just need to change channel. Right? So inner peace means, you see, the lake, wind blowing this side, the waves go this side. Wind blowing that side, the waves going that side. Inner peace means no wind. You just can see reflection of the sky. That's it. So am I awakened? I don't exist. Why should I be?
But then what reincarnates after death? Something should be there to reincarnate, or that is not. That also doesn't exist.
That conditionally exists. The soul, that thing which Western people like to use, the soul, Buddhists call consciousness or whatever, is just a label, sticker, like Pokemon. You know? Yeah, I love Pokemon. Right? It's just, what's that? That's what I say. Why are you suffering if you are going to be a soul? Why suffer so much if you're going to be a soul? Come on. That's what Buddha is saying. Why you want to believe so real? You want to be a soul, then be a divine soul. Don't be a cowardly soul. Don't be a soul that carries all the pain and angst from life after life and after life and after life. You understand? Why? Our consciousness. You know why I like Pokemon so much? You know the Pokemon, the red and white ones? Yeah. That actually keeps our most inner consciousness. So I believe, just for fun, we are all Pokemons. Just for fun, we are all Pokemon. Right? We are all like the yolk in the shell. We are all like the yolk in the shell. So, what reincarnates? The energy with all the memory reincarnates, or rebirth, uncontrolled rebirth. For example, somebody, let's say somebody who likes to do this, go to the gym, and then after that, take photo, and then suddenly walks out and some accident dies. But in his mind, he likes this and everything, so that's become what? Conditioning that he likes this so much. So since, okay, smoking people have smoking friends, right? Drinking people have drinking friends, right? Gambling people have gambling friends. So generally, this soul will go look for beings who have like this, have beautiful, and end up being a crab. Right? Or being, you know, they want to have well-built bodies, perfect shape, maybe some with tattoos, then maybe they become a lobster, become a crab. if they're very protective of their property and this and that, and the video attachment become a dog. Why? Because they always, walk around their property and they make sure everything is right, and they want to become a dog. Because they like doing that, then become something they like to do. So, what reincarnates? Memory, expressions, experiences are the one that brings about. Similarly, right now, why are you here? What made you come to America? Because you made that choice. Because you had that something. That's you reincarnated from India. You rebirth from India to here. You understand? You made that decision to come. Your next rebirth is your own experience to carry out. Manifest your own experiences of this life and past. That's all there is to it. So what's rebirth and reincarnation? That's it. Is there going to be a God that what is it, judges you and this and that? That's just popular belief, I feel. Trust me, I've reincarnated many times. Trust yourselves, you too. Yeah.
Why people believe in blood connection?
Blood connection. Why people believe?
Yes.
Because we chose to.
Can you explain?
No, there's no explanation. Some things. What is your blood connection? Because of siblings, right? Yeah. But do you have some friends or teachers who you are even closer to than your own? So therefore, blood connection or heart connection, or what connection?
It's nothing.
Understand? Love connection is what matters. That's why Buddha said, accept all. Learn to love all, we have to accept all. What is big? Big is collection of small. There's no point being big when you cannot collect many small. One big pot can put in many, many grains of rice. So what is big? Big is a collection of small. Blood connection, heart connection, love connection, whatever connection. You chose it, you believed it. That's it. That's why some people have sworn brother connection, sworn blood sister connection, whatever. Right? We become sworn brothers, we cut our finger, drip blood into a bowl of wine, and everybody drinks that. And now we drink each other's blood. We are, yeah. Okay, so I hope what I said awakened you a little bit. I don't want you to be too awakened because you will outshine me. I don't want you to be too awakened too quickly because that means it's fake. It's fake. Be awakened slowly, slowly. But not too slowly, okay? Yeah. Sometimes I tell my students, slowly, slowly. Then they say, you said slowly what? I slowly lah. Yeah. People are too clever because their brains work better than my heart. Okay? Yes.
Does the scripture say somewhere how to deal with anger?
Anger?
Right, because the topic is about how to deal with anger. I guess scripture says something about that.
Actually, I've said everything about that. Anger is your choice to hold. For example, anger and sadness. Okay, you people like to talk about, you can't say this. Half a cup of water, what is this? Huh? What does it represent? What does it represent?
The cup's too big?
What else? come, then it's gonna chase me out. Quick, quick, quick.
Is it half full or is it half empty? Is that what you're at?
No, sorry.
No.
I'm sorry, darling, but what I'm trying to tell you is, whatever small the thing may be, if you hold it up too long, you're gonna get cramps. Even if you're not holding anything, if you hold it for too long, you're gonna get cramp. So, what is anger? Why are we suffering from anger? Because you are holding it for too long. Right? He took my pen. Yeah, I have a friend, I had a classmate who lied to me, and I got beaten up real bad as a kid by my parents. He told me, he said, teacher said, must get a new box of color pencils to school the next day. So I went home and told my mom had to ask the teacher. The teacher said no. I just said bring color pencils because I went to the toilet. And then after that, my friend was like, my friend did this, not friend, classmate did this to me. And I got very upset for a long time. After a while, then I told my grandmother, after 5 years, suffered for 5 years. I was very upset with that person. Yeah, because you know, my Asians, when they discipline children, they use the cane. And when they cane you, the skin splits. Yeah, and so, so I got that, and then I was not upset with my parents, I was upset with my friend, my classmate. Later on became my friend, and now he's a vet. Yeah, I stalked him on Facebook. That's the funny part. Right? I didn't stalk him. So the main thing is this. What's anger? What's any emotion? 喜怒哀乐. Any emotion will be taking a deep toll on you if you hold it for too long. And any emotion will not give you any inner peace. Even happiness will not give you peace. So those of us wishing for happiness and wanting peace, hallelujah to you. Yeah. Okay. So if those of you who are Christians, say a prayer of St. Francis every day because it's a really beautiful prayer. St. Francis of Assisi, I feel that's a very beautiful prayer. For those of you who have no prayers, start finding something to unscrew your mind. Yeah, unscrew, make your mind loose, then screw it tight again.
Thank you.